I still remember my 10th birthday like it was yesterday, even though parts of it took me years to fully understand. The backyard was packed, balloons tied to chairs, kids running around with pizza slices, parents talking near the grill. My dad was laughing with my Uncle Finley, who was a police officer, and his K9 partner Duke was lying nearby, calm and alert like always. The clown we'd hired was doing tricks when he suddenly stopped, looked around, and asked loudly, "Are there any police officers here?" Without thinking, I raised my hand and said, "Yeah, my uncle." I pointed toward Uncle Finley. The clown smiled, walked over, and gently but firmly put his hand on my shoulder. "Come with me for a second, buddy." I wasn't scared. He was the clown, the entertainment. I figured maybe I was about to help with a magic trick or get an extra balloon animal, so I followed him past the gift table and the half-eaten pizzas all the way to the street where his plain white van was parked. He opened the back doors and pulled out a small wrapped box about the size of a shoebox. Then his tone changed. "Listen carefully," he said, his voice low and serious, nothing like a clown's voice should sound. "Do not open this. Give it directly to your parents, and whatever you do, don't let your uncle see it." The box felt heavy when he pressed it into my hands. "What is it?" I asked, confused. Clowns were supposed to be funny, not intense. He just shook his head, climbed into the van, and drove off. No goodbye, no joke, nothing. I stood there for a second, staring at the box, then walked back toward the party, my stomach feeling weird for reasons I couldn't understand. I didn't make it far. Uncle Finley noticed me immediately. He'd been a cop for 15 years, and even off-duty, nothing got past him. Duke stood up the moment he saw the box in my hands. "Where'd you get that gift, kiddo?" Uncle Finley asked, using his friendly voice, but his eyes were sharp. "The clown gave it to me," I said, trying to walk past him toward my parents. That's when Duke completely lost it. He started barking, loud, aggressive, pulling hard against the leash, trying to get to the box. I'd never seen him act like that before. The entire party went silent. Parents grabbed their kids. Conversation stopped. "Let me see the box," Uncle Finley said. His voice wasn't friendly anymore. I hugged it tighter. "It said to give it to Mom and Dad." "Duke only reacts like this for one reason. Hand it over, now." Even at 10 years old, I knew that tone meant there was no arguing. I gave him the box. He placed it on the picnic table and slowly unwrapped it while my parents stood frozen beside him. Inside was another box, and inside that, a plastic bag filled with white powder. A lot of it. Uncle Finley stared at it, his face darkening. "It's cocaine," he said quietly. My mom broke down crying. My dad's hands started shaking. That was the moment my childhood cracked open. Later that night, after the police left and the guests were gone, my parents sat me down and told me the truth. They were recovering drug addicts. They'd been clean for 5 years, since I was old enough to remember the worst parts. Someone knew about their past. Someone thought my birthday would be the perfect way to tempt them or threaten them, and they sent a drug dealer dressed as a clown to do it. My 10th birthday ended with cake, police reports, and a lesson I learned way too early. Sometimes the scariest things come disguised as something harmless.